What's up, everybody? It's me, Modern Art Exhibition Gallery? Ma'am, what the hell is happening here? With every day, his gender identity becomes more mysterious. But in any case, today it's actually a little bit more about everyone's favorite pirate, Nepo baby. I'm gonna find a way to strike your channel software. That's right, because pirate software is such an easy target that even the act man feels confident in himself enough to actually say bad things about the situation. It's truly crazy how absolutely humiliating this must be for everyone's favorite pirate boy.
Hi there, I'm a soulless corporate CEO, and today I've taken a break from one of my favorite hobbies, devouring the blood of infants. And I'm here to ask a question. Is a gamer not entitled to the contents of this disc?
No.
Do you like owning things? Are you proud of the time you spend working for a paycheck to be able to afford
Oh, hell yeah, oil rig TikToks. I love these.
basic comforts like entertainment? Well, that's too bad because I'm here to steal all of that from you. You will own nothing and be happy. Yes, this includes your precious video games. We're gonna keep killing them, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Psych!
Soldiers, get set for a combat drop, okay? New major order just came in from command. Our mission is to stop killing games.
You fucked up my face.
This is part of the Stop Killing Games initiative.
I'm so confused already. Did he misspoke that, or is that a joke, or what exactly is even happening?
And just in the last 3 days, this initiative has gained over 100,000 new signatures.
Are we blind?
Very cool.
And its entire goal is game preservation. Now, we have until July 31st to get all of these signatures, and I think we can get it done. Stop Killing Video Games is an initiative as straightforward as those 4 words.
As a refresher, Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement to stop publishers from effectively destroying video games they have already sold to customers.
This movement was started by a channel called Accursed Farm.
Makes sense. The concept, by the way, is simple. If you buy a pen, you're kind of expected to own that pen and do whatever you want with it. Well, games, not so much, turns out, in the modern day.
And a creator who goes by Ross. He has been hard at work promoting something that benefits all of us. If you buy games, play them, or even if you do neither, and you only watch someone stream games, this affects you. But now is the time for any passionate gamer to throw their full support behind this. He recently posted an hour-long video detailing
I mean, the clone army is not actually the good guys. You shouldn't have kind of actually shown that, but it's okay, Ackman. I forgive you.
basically the start and the end of the entire movement. It's a really good watch. I'll have it linked in the description and pinned comment, but I'll let Ross sum up.
The quick legal argument is that the vast majority of games with an online requirement say they can be terminated at any time for any reason. Or Blizzard likes to say any or no reason. That might be a violation of Directive 9313 EEC, which protects consumers against unfair terms in consumer contracts. So if that term is
But only in Europe.
unfair, that means that part of the contract is null and void. And if it's null and void, then what does the law say about how long your purchase lasts? Well, it doesn't. That's the whole mess.
What a horrible, evil man. Can you believe the nerve of this guy wanting to save all of us some money? Has this guy even considered the various
Okay, listen. He's joking. Okay, I am not a fan of the Act Man, as are you most likely, but he is joking. I just want to point this out before someone goes in the comment section and makes fun of him. I know it's kind of hard to imagine the Act Man would be on the right side of anything, but it happens.
multi-billion-dollar corporations? We're lucky enough to
Leave my multi-billion-dollar corporation alone. Oh god, that meme's so good.
just be able to buy their products, don't you see? And they should be allowed the freedom to destroy our products whenever they want for any reason at any time.
Blizzard says they can take away your purchase for no reason. Our problem is those
I mean, listen, The real problem with this is the fact that people are stupid, okay? There's literally people who get surveys from Blizzard, from EA, from their grandmas, and those servers say, hey, how much would you be willing to pay for our shitty service that you don't even actually enjoy that much currently? And some people are stupid enough to actually not choose the minimum pricing, okay? Below the current one, okay? They're like, yeah, I could pay $5 more for slop. There's literally people stupid enough to do that, okay? We have a problem. And that is, I don't even know how to describe it. People who are completely working against their own self-interest. It is insane.
These terms are so hostile to consumers and the medium that they should be taken off the table entirely.
It is something so uncontroversial, normal. It's surprising how few people are open critics
Is this the Brood War soundtrack? I think it's the Brood War soundtrack.
of this movement. But there is at least one.
Oh shit, now this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is shit. It's shit.
But like the creator of Stop Killing Games, I don't want this video to just be a drama video. Especially
Oh, please, Act Ma'am. You're probably so desperate for a win you'll do absolutely anything. Again, so much time has now passed that people are almost forgetting how stupid pirate software is. If I was someone desperate, this would be the exact moment where I watch all of the most popular videos, write down all of the most funniest one-liners and points that they are making, which would be half of, they would probably be half of all of my things that I have said. I have covered this a lot, boys, okay? And I'm hilarious and great and epic. Please donate, I'm poor. Anyway, this would be the chance act, ma'am. This is where you do the redemption arc.
especially when something much more important is at stake. Just be patient. We'll be pirating some software soon. But before we get into that, all you need is one punch, man.
Not today.
Do you consume? Do you love consuming? Obviously, this is one of the least controversial things that has ever happened in the worldwide gaming community. And I truly mean that. You could not come up with a more inoffensive movement if you tried. Let's see if we can try. Are you in favor of the stop slaughtering baby seals with machetes movement?
The Finnish probably have something to say about that.
Are you against that?
This
The
is shit.
Japanese
not only do I not want
also.
to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to.
And I encourage everyone who lives in the UK and is watching this to sign the initiative. That will also be linked down below. Let's get it done. Looking at you, France and Germany.
This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Remember your training and fight. Look together, troopers. We're still in this.
I must commend and congratulate Ross. Getting over 600,000 people to click a document and sign it is no easy feat. Least of all, getting 600,000 gamers to agree on something. The last time that many gamers agreed on anything, it became the most downvoted Reddit comment of all time.
Oh, was this with COD? I think this was the COD one. EA community team. EA. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking... Oh no, this was the Star Wars Battlefront thing. When someone calculated it takes literally 100 years to unlock Vader without paying money. And EA is like, but that's an accomplishment. You should feel happy. EA never fails to be a bunch of losers, do they?
So Ross, I think you are well within your right to enjoy this moment of pride and accomplishment. The
So
reason this
brave,
initiative
X-Man.
is being pushed forward in the European Union is so it can open negotiations for companies to become legally obligated to preserve their games in some way, or at the very least, allowing consumers to preserve the games. The point is, this movement is very pro-publisher. It leaves that choice up to the publisher. They have multiple options. It's really such a convincing argument, even if you are on the side of like game publisher, corporate executive type guy. As seen with The Crew, publishers like Ubisoft are fine with abruptly shutting down
God, I actually hate when people mention the crew, okay? The crew is like one of the most popular talking points about this. But let me explain what the crew is. The crew is actually a 10-year-old game that literally gets played by 100 people. Okay? Now, I want games to survive and all of that good stuff, but I think when a game is 10 years old at this point and there's like 5 people playing it on average, maybe it should be allowed to close the servers, you know? Maybe, just maybe.
Their games, eliminating all online functionality and offering no recourse for people who want to play that game, maybe now, maybe somewhere down the line, and then offering no recourse for the player.
Is this good for the player?
And here's the phrase that really scares corporations, okay? Make sure you don't repeat this anywhere, okay? It's very offensive, all right? If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing. It's important
I've been saying that for a long while, Ubisoft. Literally looking at you, Ubisoft.
to note that Stop Killing Games is not retroactive. It is not unreasonable. It would not force every developer to turn on the servers for every dead game and keep them running indefinitely. Who's gonna do that for our boy Concord? Is the team that made MAG... Do I have MAG? I fucking do. Is the team that made MAG gonna have a high school reunion? This might actually be like a completely dead game. Is this playable in any way? Let me know in the comments. PlayStation Move? What the fuck? And you could make a whole ass video on why video game preservation is important. But let me just give you a personal example. There's a game called Command & Conquer Renegade, which, as far as I'm aware, nothing even comes close to its concept. It mixes RTS mechanics with first and third person shooter fundamentals. It would have been an utter tragedy if, when the GameSpy servers shut down, the game went with it. And here's where
anyone that remembered GameSpy, dude, that was so annoying.
Things are getting weird, because now I'm gonna give EA some props too. In a rare example of EA doing something good, they have allowed a team of passionate fans to resurrect Command & Conquer Renegade with their own free-to-play mod, Renegade
Oh yeah, we remembered this, don't we?
X. You know, video games are a great escape for people, and there's something comforting knowing that one day, you know, you can go back and play something that you did years ago. Game
To
preservation
be fair, this game is literally just Planet Side, if you're wondering.
is important, and it's not just for random niche games.
Here's a list of some popular games that are all at risk of being destroyed at some time in the future. The Stop Killing Games movement sees any of these being destroyed as a problem, and they're
Pirate Software based on his public comments. This should be Pirate Software based on the fact that he's a retard. Oh boy.
exactly the kinds of games that would start being protected if the initiative passed.
There's no way to be against the Stop Killing Games movement in a way that is pro-consumer or pro-gamer.
Or, you know, pro, you will, well, anti, you will owe nothing and be happy, okay? The Pirate Software is the definition of a bootlicker. Nepo, babies, and bootlicking, it's like a match made in heaven, honestly, if you ask me.
And if it ain't pro-gamer, then I'm a big hater. Stop Killing Games was stuck around 400,000 signatures for months, and it seemed all hope was lost.
Until now.
Who deserves credit for this sudden resurgence? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Mr. Software. Now, unfortunately, Ross had done just about everything he could think of to push to get those 1 million signatures. And this guy is one hell of a diplomat. Very nice demeanor, passionate about games, doesn't really show any malice, hatred, contempt towards publishers or anyone. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone that could actively dislike a guy like Ross, let alone publicly.
Okay, I really don't want to do this next part, but it's become a liability for the campaign for me not to. Our biggest critic by far is YouTuber and streamer Pirate Software. If your only exposure to Stop Killing Games has been this video, then you've been—
Yeah. I reacted to this, I watched it, and I was like, Well, the things he says do make sense, Pirate Software. And that the reason that is, by the way, is because he made it the fuck up. He literally just took the whole initiative of stop killing games and made their stance up. Yeah, he just made it up. He made everything about it up pretty much. This is what they want to do. That is not what they want to do. This is how they're gonna do it. This is not. He just lied about everything that happened. He's either that stupid because he can't read, or he intentionally just wanted to burn this. In either case, I mean, he was slightly successful, at least.
Been misinformed. This video is by someone who does not understand the campaign, has been trying to stop it, and has been making up what it is about.
Let's get scurvy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get scurvy. Pirate Software has been the most vocal, outspoken.
But to be fair, it does make sense because Pirate Software, Maldivius Fig Tree, as most of you probably hopefully know him as, is a bona fide liar. I mean, he lies about everything. He doesn't take accountability for anything. He tries to twist the truth on literally everything. Like, one of his grand things was, okay, a lot of people are saying things about me. I'm gonna explain everything. And then he proceeds to, explain things that no one accused him of. And pretending that the actual accusations don't exist. It was pretty insane. I mean, the guy has literally went out of his way to meet with like a, what was it, 17, 16-year-old when he was like 21 or something. There's so many things about him. The saga of Pirate Software is very well documented in my YouTube video library list. You can go watch it. You just need to write Pirate Software and bam! It's a lot. You will be enjoying it for hours.
Critic of the Stop Killing Games movement. Not only that, he has stated that he is actively seeking to convince people not to sign the initiative.
This is shit. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is horrible.
Pirate Software has carefully crafted this persona of being a deep-voiced pro-gamer, pro-hacker, former developer, the everyday Cyberman. But most recently, some cracks have started.
Again, I still laugh every time someone tries to say that he's a pro hacker or even a coder or whatever. It's the fact that I have had so many emails of people telling me, okay, he doesn't actually know anything about coding. This is what he does wrong, and it's hilarious. And best of all is actually the fact that he just makes stuff up, and no one has actually seen him coding. One of my favorite comments is, I actually was a Pirate Software fan for roughly a year, and then I one day just figured out, wait a minute, I have never seen him code a single line of code. All he does is talk about things that need to be changed and deletes lines in a PDF folder, and that's it. And maybe draws something on Paint if you're really lucky.
Started to emerge. Most notoriously being his epic roach out in a hardcore WoW classic clip. In this heartbreaking moment, Pirate Software abandons his team, his sense of duty, and roaches out. Every man for himself, intentionally sabotaging his own efforts to assist his team by wasting mana on max level spells, not utilizing his.
Yes, and everyone knows this. But if you ask Kazmangold, he did everything 100% right, and he could have not done anything, even though, I mean, he's the only person in life who says otherwise. Night Productions, boys. The Night Talent Agency has to stick together, you know? And if you ask anyone, Pirate Software or Asmongold, what exactly is Night Studios, the talent agency? Well, it's a talent agency that does none of the things a talent agency is supposed to do, strangely enough. Well, I guess that checks out.
His toolkit, he fucked up. He made a misplay. That's okay, it happens. Just say you're sorry, admit you fucked up, and help them grind back up the ladder. This is when the masks started to fall for people. My personal favorite quote from this.
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do for you?
If you were writing a narcissistic character, this is the perfect catchphrase.
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do for you?
Brother, help me!
What am I supposed to do for you?
Hey, Dad, can you pass the salt? What am I supposed to do for you? So this kind of turned him into a lolcow because he made obvious mistakes and then
No. What turned him into a lolcow was the fact that he was completely 100% unwilling to take any responsibility, even in the slightest form. I mean, not was he only not wrong about anything here. Well, no, that's pretty much it. He was not wrong about anything. He didn't say a single sentence incorrectly. His actions were perfect, and nothing could have ever been done better. It's still his official stance, by the way.
pretended like he didn't. It's kind of weird, dude. But then it started to get weirder. You see, Pirate had been up to some other shenanigans, including filing a DMCA takedown on an indie game that he thought used his voice.
I covered this 2 times because it's hilarious. One thing that you need to know about Pirate Software that I instantaneously, the first time I heard it, I instantaneously said, this is gonna end poorly because there's no way this is fucking legit. And that is the fact that Pirate Software has a lawyer in permanent, as a permanent retainer. AKA, he has a lawyer working 24/7 only for Pirate Software, and he's also a mod on his stream. The moment I heard that, I was like, okay, either this lawyer is literally making like 300k a goddamn year, or this lawyer is complete fucking ass. And probably ass, because no lawyer would just be a mod half-time for Pirate Software. That doesn't make sense. And then it turns out the reality was even fucking funnier than that guy just being incompetent. So first of all, Pirate Software is in America. The lawyer is in Britain. He's a British citizen. He has no idea about American law. And the best part is, he cannot even legally do law in Britain because he doesn't have the right credentials. So Pirate Software lawyer was not only from a different country with different rules while not understanding American shit, he couldn't even legally do law. You can't make this up. And that was Pirate Software's law guy that he sent after everyone. And who said, yeah, we can strike this game that has absolutely nothing to do with us.
Voice and likeness. It's a fucking meme game called Idle Streaming Bonanza. It's a game that includes many streamers and basically just pokes fun at all of them. The thing of it is, there was no active build of the game with Pirate Software's voice. So when he filed a DMCA, he filed it maliciously and incorrectly. Not the first time.
And the best part about that, he said, I don't need proof for any of this. I mean, you said that this is a thing. I don't need more proof than that. Oh boy.
We've dealt with someone who did that. Luckily, the act attorney is on vacation. Pirate was completely in the wrong, and I think it says something about a guy whose first reaction to learning his voice has been used in a video game that is essentially just a shitpost is to immediately try and take it down. Like, who does that?
We're going to take you to court. You're going to lose. You cannot use somebody's likeness or voice in any way inside of your games without their permission. Welcome to the finding out timeline, bud. What am I supposed to do for you?
Oh.
We're all on the internet. We all get made fun of on here.
As much as you're angry right now, of course I ran. Yeah, no, he was doing it maliciously and using my voice. Gloated about it all over Reddit.
And this post has, guess how many upvotes? 27. What the creator of this game had done is just posted a clip on Reddit of what it would be like if Pirate Software was in the game.
And the only reason I'm fighting this is because he's removing my game from Steam when he's not on it. That's the issue I have with it. All the other issues I'm fine with.
Like, Pirate Software.
That's by the way illegal.
Didn't even bother to check that he was actually in the game, or I don't know.
Yes. Because he didn't feel that he needs to. And his lawyer was like, oh yeah, sure, of course this is all fine. And by the way, that guy is still Pirate Software's lawyer. So if you're in America or literally any other country, well, even in Britain, you're probably safe because that guy cannot legally do anything against you because he doesn't have the right credentials to be able to do anything. You're probably safe because Pirate Software's lawyer is literally a retard
Respond
and a LARPer.
onto this post and say, hey, can we talk? Can you take that out? Like, he just went hard straight to DMCA.
He put it up on Steam and showed that my voice was going to be in it. And that's it.
But ever since that WoW
Which
clip,
was
people
not
have been
true.
going back and uncovering some things. Now, Ross, in his video, highlights every YouTuber and gaming news outlet that has covered Stop Killing Games, and he determined that Pirate Software's coverage was the most viewed in killing games.
Damn, look at this. That's so many. Holy, you even have trash like Mudahar here. Jesus.
Video highlights every YouTuber and gaming
pretty
news
much
outlet
insane.
that has covered Stop Killing Games, and he determined that Pirate Software's
That is a lot of coverage, by the way. Pretty insane, not gonna lie.
coverage was the most viewed, and it was 2 videos full of lies, just blatant misrepresentation.
Actually, there's 4 videos where he talks about this. This is what people don't actually know. There's 4 videos plus live streams.
Presentation of the movement and its goals, even going so far as to say the complete opposite of what was literally on his screen.
If you try to tell me that every studio needs to run their live service game indefinitely or not want to run one at all, then no one's going to run them.
Oh no! He wheeled out
Classic.
that line about publishers having to support the game forever. He was literally watching the video earlier where it says it won't do that in big letters. That wasn't enough. We just can't stop gamers from going there, even when we spell it out. I admit, guys, this part hurts. To see the biggest voice on this issue get it wrong again and again and again, then put that same wrong information on blast to a far bigger audience than we can reach. It hurts.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand what we're asking for.
Look, it's one thing to disagree with a movement for whatever reason. It's okay to ask questions and seek clarification to make sure you should throw your support behind this thing.
Yeah, if Pirate Software wanted to just sabotage this out of, whatever stupid reason he could have, that's one thing. But seemingly being this stupid and misrepresenting it on complete accident, that's different. That's different.
Right? Thankfully, Ross has done such a thorough job that any and all questions any reasonable people have, he has answered. Not only has Pirate taken a firm stance against Stop Killing Games, he has said,
Well, you see, the problem is that reasonability is kind of boring, kind of lame, kind of boring again. Okay, we kind of crave that unreasonability. We crave that situation where something wild happens.
he will actively try to make sure it doesn't succeed. This is generational hating.
Eat my entire ass. This shit sucks. That's a really stupid ass move. That's an incredibly stupid ass move. I think this is ass.
Actual villain type shit. But maybe that's exactly what we needed. We needed a bad guy to help galvanize.
To be absolutely fair to Pirate Software, because I am the fairest person on the internet, he did just recently, like a week ago, also, by the way, get exposed to be a gay furry. Not even kidding. I know, it's not really like, oh my god, can you imagine him being a gay furry? Yes, everyone could. But I mean, it's official now. It's completely official that he is that. So, the eat my ass comments could have some alternative meanings, you know?
Us out of our fucking gaming chairs to sign something. Now, if you watch Ross's video and you listen to how Pirate Software talks, it's pretty clear who the aggressor is, who is the dick.
This is complete garbage. All of this can eat shit then. I dropped the mask entirely.
Ooh.
I have no qualms about that.
I thought it was really funny when I posted this What am I supposed to do for you? Just stop killing games? Would you believe Pirate Software blocked me after this? So Pirate has admitted that he has been ignoring this issue and the misinformation he spread for 10 months until he posted one of those "I ain't reading all of that" type tweets. For some reason, he deleted
it.
Let's read to see if we can find out why. I put out 2 videos disagreeing with your initiative 10 months ago and haven't talked about it since. Now, your initiative has failed, and you're blaming me for 33 minutes of the hour-long video covering it. You have no mana left, accursed farms. What was I supposed to do for you? Your community is out in force, shitting up our streams and socials with hate.
This is lies. He's getting hate in general. And all of the death threats and whatnot are probably 100% fake. He constantly says this. Again, Pirate Software's playbook doesn't change. Claim to be the victim and all of that stuff.
Messages, threats, and worst of all, snide comments. Dear God, please, no. No, not the snide comments. Anything but that. Waterboard me all you want. Just don't post snide comments. Okay, but like, Pirate, you have unresolved software. You got a bunch of shit wrong, and you misinformed a ton of people on a movement that is beneficial for gamers. So just come out and correct yourself. In fact, I'll give you an out right now. Say that you became the villain that Gotham needed.
Why is he running, Dad?
Okay, listen, not Pirate, but Actman has no power left, okay? That Actman saying something is good or bad has absolutely no weight at this point.
Because we have to chase him.
Okay, we're going in!
You secretly support this movement, but you wanted to create a persona that could galvanize people to be in opposition to you. This is your out. This is your out. Because if you don't own your mistakes will own you. I do want to point out him saying your initiative has failed, not it's failing or it's in trouble. Losing support. There's a lot of ways you could have said that, but you chose the definitive your initiative.
Oh, that's not even the worst part of the thing. But he is supposed to take some responsibility. He literally says, "It's not my fault people didn't like my actions. They should deal with that."
Initiative has failed. It almost sounds like you want it to. Like you're trying to manifest this outcome.
Yeah, if you put a burger hat, burger hat. Yeah, makes sense. Burger hat on Actman. It would be like he almost would look at home.
The assumption that Pirate simply disagrees with the Stop Killing Games initiative, we can just uninstall all of that. He maliciously wants it to fail. And that is so disappointing. Because how does a guy who calls himself Pirate not understand why people want to preserve their games? It's like you can't make this stuff up. The writers for this year's season of Life on Earth, they're outdoing themselves, man. This season is fucking crazy. Disagreeing with this initiative is already weird enough for any self-respecting gamer, but to be like so outspoken against it is really sus. It's sussy balls. Pirate Software. Look inside. Don't pirate software. I'm more offended by his
the memes about him being a corporate bootlicker were hilarious.
Complete disregard for the noble profession of piracy. Now, some people, myself included, have wondered why he is so steadfast against this. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say definitively that Pirate Software is an industry plant. I'm just saying this is exactly what an industry plant would do and say. Since you're so set on cutting up my responses into pieces to try to make me seem unhinged, I'm going to
there's no reason to cut up anything. You just let Pirate Software talk for a bit and bam, unhinged galore.
Drop my videos here to show the actual context. There is also a massive...
He also, the best part is, by the way, he's like, okay, these videos, I'm not saying any super crazy shit. But at the same time, let me just delete all the other videos where I do say that. Pirate Software has been, by the way, deleting a lot of evidence that incriminates him with this. He has deleted VODs, YouTube videos, so many things, just to make it look like he's not a diabolical asshole.
Pinned FAQ on the first video. Did you know I worked for GameFAQs? What?
Did you know I worked for Blizzard for 7 years? I was a developer at Blizzard. My dad's the Southpod guy.
Look, I ain't reading that. You're wrong. You can't explain yourself out of being factually wrong. Just
So Pirate Software did not understand the initiative. Maybe still doesn't.
I haven't actually checked how Pirate Software is doing, but after the whole World of Warcraft fallout that, sent people looking into his other actions, like, because the World of Warcraft thing was not the first thing, by the way, but he just passes out and takes zero accountability. It was just the fact that he was with people who are not going to take his shit and actually said something against him, and he couldn't just ban them, or silence them, or mute them. Yeah, he had done that a multitude of times in other games. Ashes of Creation, EVE Online, so many things. Then that, by the way, brought up the whole debacle about him cheating in the Outer Wilds. Then the Animal Well, which was, by the way, obvious cheating. I have videos on that. Again, I'm a Pirate Software historian. Okay? And so many other things. That's how the situation with Maldivia's fig tree got out, because of everything that's tied to that. And that history is fucking wild also.
That means the majority of his critique is about things it would not do, like kill all MMOs.
I'm fine talking to people that are level-headed about this and can have a conversation. But to be real, dude, every time you've been involved, your orbiters turn shit toxic instantly and it sets me off. Don't you understand? It's your fault I am upset. How dare you expect me to correct my false information that I spit out 10 months ago?
And he does not wish to discuss this with me or anyone else in the initiative. Why not?
Would you consider reaching out and talking to Ross about it? No.
No.
And the reason why is because I found his entire statement over the YouTube incredibly disingenuous.
Yes, this issue which has bothered me since I was a teenager and I've spent 10 years on trying to push back against is me being disingenuous.
Look, this is just a backhanded way to say Ross isn't level-headed enough in your eyes and can't hold the conversation. It's like, dog, did you watch his video? Have you ever seen a more chill gamer or YouTuber on this platform? Real talk. He's completely non-hostile. The only reason he's making this video
now, he probably hasn't even said a gamer word, okay? Jesus.
Now that's all he can do.
This video came out right as we were building momentum. Then, except for one boost in Germany, the signatures started drying up like clockwork. This put me in kind of a no-win scenario too. Because if I ignored it, then a lot of people were going to get misinformed about the campaign. But if I did a response video, which is not something I wanted to do anyway.
This is why you always have to respond. If someone's shitting on you, you take them out, you respond, you make them regret it, you show the world the truth. It's that simple.
Then it might look like drama farming, which could understandably turn off a lot of people from the campaign, because it's not about that at all.
So much misinformation was dumped on this initiative when it started, it did damage it. Now's the time to correct course, and that is what we are all doing. Pirate deleted this tweet, and then he goes on and says, "Sure, I shouldn't have clapped back when Ross disparaged lawmakers and the legal process." Again, it's like, whose side are you on now? Now you're on the lawmakers?
He didn't even do it!
Side? What, like all of them?
The idea that we're going to go through this because it's an easy win, but not the right win? No, dude.
Oh, God. So we misunderstood the initiative and misunderstood our intentions. And in his words, this is why he refuses to have a dialogue with the movement.
How dare you even crack a joke about the reality of the legal process in the United Kingdom? What kind of hill is that to die on? Ain't no buried treasure there.
The idea of getting it to pass with an easy win instead of pass because it's good is a problem to me. Absolute problem.
That's not how politics works. Do you think things pass because they're good ideas? Tell that to people who still have lead in their water.
This is just what's
Based.
so funny about, like,
No, I am personally in the camp. Put that lead in my water. I will fight the bear. It is what it is. The natural urge, the pull of the void already makes me kind of want that. I will take that in case, instead of plastic in my balls any time of the day, to be honest.
the double, the triple, the quadruple down, like someone who can't ever admit that they're wrong. This is what's so fucking funny about it, is you just have to keep burying yourself into an even more ridiculous position. You make it so easy to make fun of you. It is here.
And that's coming from the act, man. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, it's really bad for pirate if this is the state we are in. In any case, that was the act, man. 10 out of 10. Bye.